Chito Vera was unable to pull another miraculous comeback win out of his cap on Saturday. He loses a relatively clear-cut decision to Cory Sandhagen in the UFC on ESPN 43 headliner. It was clear to most people except for one judge who did score the fight for Vera 48-47, making this a split decision. But I think through the rational eye of most, it was pretty clear Chito did not win this fight. Just couldn't get enough going. He had some moments in the later rounds, as he usually does, but he didn't have that big knockout finish we've seen in some of his major signature victories in this current winning streak. And that is a bit problematic here. I think we've been very critical and acknowledging the style of Vera and the flaws it has. He's been able to make it work up to this point, but when he cannot pull out that Hail Mary shot and he has a slow start, we kind of saw the end result of how it can be tonight, with Sandhagen just being a little bit too good to slip up and allow a mistake like that to happen on his end and for Chito to take advantage. So it's somewhat back to the drawing board for Vera now. He's got to figure out how to kind of patch up some of the flaws in his style. It has been very effective for a long time, but when you're consistently fighting these absolute best bantamweights, it's just going to be tough to hope that you may give up some early rounds and be able to pull off a huge finish later on. And we definitely saw that here against Sandhagen, but all not lost for Vera. He is, of course, a very hard worker, has good people around him, and he is going to be determined as ever to come back and be better on the heels of this loss. And I think a matchup that makes a lot of sense for him right now, it won't be a big step down. I think it's got to be former champion Petr Yan, who is struggling in his own right, but these two have kind of been circling each other for a while now. They've been close to fighting on multiple occasions. It's never come to fruition. We've seen the trash talk in interviews and on Twitter and all that sort, and I think this is the right matchup to make. Definitely if you're Vera, maybe if you're Petr Yan right now, you're looking for something a little bit easier. We discussed that after his recent defeat to Dvalishvili, but there's no easy fights in this bantamweight division. If Yan wants to get back on track, definitely Vera is a fight to shoot for, and for Vera to get back on track, there's nothing better than beating a former UFC champion. So that's the fight I would like to see. It just remains to be seen if the UFC agrees.